Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's JP, CEO Beyond Fragrance and Fashion. Hope everyone is well. I'm looking fly right now. I'm at another event. It's Black Owned London, and this is the first podcast launch, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to record it. It's going to be streamed live apparently. Yeah, I've just met someone else that I knew that I met at another event. He's amazing. Yeah, so you're going to see the panels, you're going to see a lot of stuff in his music as well. So yeah, I'm grateful to be invited. Let me fix myself because I don't want to go in there looking trashy. But yeah, so I will see you guys in a bit.
Incredible people, and this panel is a collection of incredible people doing incredible things, and it's not waxing lyrical to really talk about that and to celebrate it and to really push it to the forefront, because the whole point has been meeting these people and realizing how did I not know about you before, and how do I not know about what you do, because you're making a real impact. And the whole podcast series has been fabulous in that actual effect of sitting there and learning, like me literally learning in situ, and knowing that there is value in everyone's story, but particularly, really, you have to put it there. You have to put a particular value in people who push through and create things. It's not easy, and for a lot of the time, whether it's career, whether it's business, you're doing it on your own and in the dark, and it doesn't see the light. And when it sees the light, everyone's like, wow. But I think one of the beautiful things is that we definitely saw was people looked at each other, like recognizes, like they know they've been through the journey, and they've got so much to share. So thank you again. I'm not on the stage today, so you'll be happy that there won't be any more monologues. But just wanted to say thank you, and to really send out the appreciation for what is your presence, and thank you so much to the panelists for being here today and sharing again their amazing journey stories and their thoughts on the different issues that we're going to raise today. So I will invite the panelists to come up. Martin will be here on the right, so you are welcome to take any seats that you would like. We have Lorraine Coates, we have Eva Sanaike, we have Alexander Alexander, we have Samantha Brown, and we do have Akara Etta making his way. So at least everyone's in situ, and we can start some form of conversations. So for those who don't know, my name is Alexander Gapol. I am co-founder of BOLO, and our mission is Black economic empowerment, simple and short, and the journey to what this room is and the collection of people here.
Sounds like a lot of pressure, to be honest. Hi everybody, thank you so much for coming. I am the least important person on the stage, so don't worry too much about me. It's been an amazing journey, as I'm sure Alex already alluded to. Interviewing these guys was eye-opening, inspiring, thought-provoking. It was literally one of those things which I'm really grateful that we got to do. And I'm grateful that these guys shared their time with us, because it's not easy. They're all busy people, even if they don't want to admit it, or too humble to admit it. So yeah, so I think what we're going to do is kick off with 3 questions, which I'm just going to throw towards you guys. Whoever feels like answering first, answer first. Obviously, don't fight about it. I'm trying to keep it nice and sweet. But yeah, And then after the last three questions that we've done from Black and London perspective, then we'll open up to the floor and everyone's welcome to ask questions of their own. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I think we're just quite long questions. So I apologise in advance, guys. That's what happens when you ask me things, to think about things. Okay. So I think the first question I want to put to you all is, there's a huge depth of job possibilities and opportunities in the working world. However, within black communities especially, this view sort of appears quite narrow. And what do you believe is the hurdles to accessing this knowledge, and how do you recommend going about changing it? And if you don't understand what I've actually asked, please tell me. I can elaborate it if you want.
I'm thoroughly confused.
That's a car, everybody. But yeah, no. So effectively, the question I'm asking is, you know, there are so many jobs out there, so many. It's not the most obvious ones. You know, there's more than just being a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. All those kind of those classic ones, which are great jobs in themselves, or you know, working in sport, whatever it is. But I feel like within the black community, there's quite a narrow view of what these opportunities are and what they exist. And I think in other communities, people have much more access to that depth of job opportunity. So I think, you know, I'm asking, what are the hurdles do you think there are to that access of knowledge, and how do we go about changing it, if we need to at all? Hopefully that's a better way of saying it. Feel free, anybody.
Everyone's looking at each other. I'll take it. To start off anyway. Good evening, everyone. Good to meet you all. Hi. My name is Batuan Alexander. So I'm going to talk from the angle of the creative industry, because that's our focus through both not-for-profit Creative House, but then also through my creative agency as well. So the numbers are very similar across all industries. In the creative industry, you look at under 7% of people that work within the creative industry are from an ethnic majority background, only 1 in 4 are female. So it's very poignant. And also when you look at the creative industry, generally from the outside it kind of looks like it's pretty inclusive, but the numbers say otherwise. So from our point of view at Creative House, what we try and aim to do is to aim towards systemic change by trying to put everyone at the same starting point, because we know that that's not always the case, right? People are generally running different races. So what we aim to do is to put everyone at the same starting point, so everyone has the same chance to success, right? So what I mean by that from our perspective is, we know that access to facilities and spaces is hard to get access to. They're expensive, and there isn't a lot around. We know that access to knowledge sometimes is hard to get to, because you're not within those circles, so you're not necessarily born within those circles to access that knowledge. And it's hard to build those communities to get there. And then we also know the support system throughout. So while it's a case of getting within those rooms to access the knowledge, then having that support system throughout, so mentoring and coaching is super important to be able to put people in the right direction to achieve success. So, and I know that's obviously a big task, and that doesn't happen overnight. But for us is generally trying to get everyone into the same starting point so that they can have an equal opportunity.
Thank you.
I went for it.
It was a good answer, thank you.
Just to add that, a couple of thoughts on that actually. So from a hospitality perspective actually, representation is technically the problem, in that it's close to like 18% of people in the industry identify as Black, Asian or ethnic minority, which is on par with the UK average, right? So representation is there, however, they are in the lower paid roles and the most junior roles. And I think I mentioned that because access to the industry has never been the issue with hospitality, but actually being able to progress and having visible and accessible role models is really important as well. Because obviously there are systemic issues that we know exist, but when you think about a lot of the creative industries, you think about sport, there are career role models that I know a lot of, especially the Black men in my family, look towards as role models who they wanted to be like, and in a number of industries, those people don't exist. And being able to see the physical manifestation of yourself in a role is super helpful. So I think representation and visibility is important. Oh, what was going on? I think visibility and representation is really important. And people always say representation matters, and it's not the only thing that matters, but I think being able to see people that look like you in particular roles is really, really important, and it has been for me. And then I also feel as though, sorry, I've lost my train of thought completely. Yeah, I'll just leave it there because I can't remember what else I was going to say. but I do think that, you know, if you just look at some of the industries like football, like music, there's loads of visible role models. In my field, being a social entrepreneur, I bought food and drink for businesses like globally. Best job in the world, traveling, eating and drinking. And I still meet people now that don't even know their job exists because there aren't role models like me, well, not that I'm a role model, but like, there's not people that are visible doing these roles that people can look at and think, actually, I can access that. So I think visibility is yeah.
Can you hear me?
Is it on?
Hello, can you hear me? I think we actually have to go back to the roots. I think it really starts within our family and our communities. And I think we all come from a background where we heard have a real job, do something which will sustain you in the long run. I work in interior design, I don't have any figures, and I'm in the kind of top end, high end sector of the interior design industry. You can count us interior design professionals on one hand in this country. I mean, it's so limited, it's so shockingly daunting. I still find it often very daunting if I'm in the environment, despite having achieved quite a lot of the company. So I think it starts, first of all, within our minds in our home. I had the discussion with my daughter the other day, and she sees me as a creative professional, and she's extremely talented in the arts, but she said that, oh, maybe I should really pursue a real career, and rather than doing GCSE in arts and design, do it in biology and chemistry, because I think it's still so much rooted within us to pursue something which will sustain us in the long run. And then I think the role model aspect as well is so important. What you see is what you will be. If we are in, and I think one other element which I'm working quite intensively on is this, I call it my little thing, the one call society. So if my colleague who lives in Chelsea and went to boarding school in wherever, wants a job in interior design, she calls one auntie and she gets this internship. And I think if we can create that within our community, in every industry, that is like one phone call away, someone is there where you can have access and get a foot into the door. I think that's already a stepping stone towards change.
I would agree. Evening, everyone. I absolutely agree with what everyone has said. And I mean, my role in culture at Camden, and I think there's definitely something around grounding it or being able to celebrate actually having a job in the arts and culture and creative industries. I think far too much it's seen as the thing you do on the side and going to get a proper job. But I also think COVID and things like that in a way compounded it because it meant that it decimated parts of the sector. But then also it opened up this conversation around pathways and actually the jobs that are available. I think far too often as well within the community it's this aspiration to be the person who's front and centre, so whether it's the singer or the footballer, and not understanding, because the jobs, when I say not understanding, it's because the industry hasn't actually promoted the jobs that sit behind. And not only the fact that there were jobs, there were I mean, I don't know if you saw the Evening Standard and other media outlets. A couple of weeks ago, the GLA, the Mayor of London's office, put a report out saying 1 in 5 jobs in London at the moment are in the creative industries. And when you sort of drill down into that, it does bring up ethnicity and kind of look in terms of representation. But then also, there are jobs where people are doing creative jobs that are not in the creative industry. So you could be a graphic designer in a bank, that's still a creative job. And I think it's understanding that there are jobs other than being front and centre on the stage, which is probably the mindset that our parents grew up with, that I want to, you're going to be an actor or a dancer. But actually there are jobs that sit behind that within the industry. And part of the role that we have within the council is looking at those pathways in training, starting from children and young people, whether that's through our STEAM programs, our science, technology, engineering, arts and maths program, or through the Camden Spark, which is a cultural education learning partnership, which connects schools and arts and cultural and creative industries together, so that young people can actually see it and believe it and understand it as an aspiration and a career path.
Cara, do you want to jump in?
I feel like everyone's covered off everything so well, but also to talk about what you were talking about, Tyler, you know, that empowering, that kind of training, and also what BOLO is doing, I think super important. Everyone's mentioned education and knowledge, and I think anything like what we're doing today and just shining a light on these industries is super important. So yeah, great.
Thank you.
I've been in band with a couple of people in this room, as well as been a producer, run my own record label, been resident in recording studios as an engineer. I work currently at Universal Music in the digital marketing department, and yeah, love music, still involved in it, still involved in teaching and helping the next generation as well, kind of in line with everything that we talked about, trying to pass on some of the knowledge that I've had over the years. I'd probably do a few other things as well, but that's where I'll stop.
Batwala Alexander, born and raised in Camden, so local Camden boy. Worked at Nike for about 10 years, did multiple different things. The last role I did was in marketing with the Jordan brand over in Amsterdam, and then I left that to start my own creative agency. So we're Consumer Insights, a creative agency where we do a lot of marketing work, strategic direction, content, talent, all that kind of cool stuff. And then through that agency, I always wanted to do our part to give back to the community. So then we opened up a not-for-profit organisation called Creators House, where we support and empower 18 to 25-year-old creatives.
So my name is Eva Schmeike. I'm an interior textile designer. I have a background in fashion.
Alex, just one second.
Yeah, I have a background in fashion, so I was UK fashion editor. So let's go back. I'm Nigerian, but brought up and raised in Germany, hence the accent. People always get confused. So I've been living here for over 25 years. Have a background in fashion, and came to a point that I couldn't see anything that kind of represented me, represented our culture in fashion and specifically in interior. So I took things into my own hand 15 years ago, started a small side hustle by my name, selling cushions and fabrics by the meter, and very quickly got into the big department store, Selfridges, Liberty, Galeries Lafayette, and I knew there was a gap in the market for a luxury African interiors brand. We've been doing this for 15 years. It's now a global company, selling worldwide, collaborating with brands all over the world. I love what I'm doing. I'm obsessed with interiors. I'm obsessed with color, pattern, and I think my main mission is to bring the African narrative to a global luxury audience, into an industry where it wasn't or hasn't been recognized before.
Hi everyone, I'm Zarita Brown. I'm Head of Culture at Camden Council. I've been here, gosh, I'm here now. My role oversees the arts development team and also the event service, working with Nikki. Prior to that, I worked for another local authority, so my background has been in public sector culture. I'm also a cultural producer as well, and over the last 5-6 years, a lot of my practice has been around platforming voices of Black British history. So I worked on a project called No Place No Home, which is part of Brent 2020 Borough of Culture, where I was a senior producer, celebrating the borough's history of reggae. I commissioned the first public artwork in a green space to look at contested heritage in Gladstone Park, which was really looking and telling that story around the link of the park to William Gladstone's family and the enslavement trafficking reference. And I also do some work with GLA, support them with their transatlantic slave trade annual reflection event, and I'm also working with the Museum of London on looking at their Sugar and Slavery Gallery as well, and how they redevelop that gallery to tell more up-to-date narrative of the country's legacy around enslavement and trafficking.
Hi
and CEO of a social enterprise called Be Inclusive Hospitality. Founded the business 3 years ago, and in essence we produce research and use that data to inform action. So we deliver programs to support people of colour in the sector, and we also work with a lot of corporate, so global and national brands and businesses to help them be more inclusive. Prior to that, I had a 20-year career in hospitality, so procurement and supply chain, working for some amazing brands like Gordon Ramsay, Shake Shack, to name a few. And then aside from that, I'm obsessed with food and drink. So I've studied wines and I write about food and drink for a Black Business magazine. I'm a life coach as well, and I consult on brand partnerships and a few other bits. But obsessed with food and drink. I need more food. I really do. And those that follow me will know that I do eat quite a lot, but I exercise too though, but you know, I'm quite balanced. That's me.
Perfect, thank you. I'll warn you, if you do follow her, it's a lot you'll have food envy, jealousy, a lot of other things, so it's difficult. But definitely worth it.
Hey everyone, I am back. What an amazing night as well. So much networking. The panel was amazing. I've only recorded half of it because there's a lot to do. So I'm gonna go get my bus now, but I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so sorry I didn't get to finish the video last night. I came out of the event, waited for the bus. As you'll see in the video, I've been waiting for a bus for ages, for so long. Bus didn't turn up. I checked my phone, the timetable, it said, oh, there's a bus in 6 minutes. So it was about 12 minutes past 10, the bus should have turned up, because Camden Town Hall was right next to the bus stop. So I should say the bus stop is outside Camden Town Hall. So all I have to do is come out, round the corner, go to the bus stop, right? Waited for the bus. Looked at the time, I said, right, okay, bus will be here any second now. No bus turned up. Loads of other buses turned up, number 73, number 30, number 91, they all turned up. Number 205 turned up, no problem. The 390 going to Victoria didn't turn up at all. I've been waiting for that bus for ages. So I was like, okay, let me check again, because you know what buses are like. So I checked the timetable again. It said 10:22. I said, okay, I'll wait and see what happens. Bearing in mind the train station is just across the road. So I was like, I don't really want to get the train because standing on the platform it's going to be freezing and I'm already freezing. So let me just wait a while, see if this bus turns up. Again, no bus turn up. The only buses that keep turning up is number 30, 73 and 91. I'm like, for God's sake, where's this bus? Checked again. It said 10:32. I said, I guarantee this bus is not going to turn up. So somebody else was waiting for the bus as well, and I was like, the bus is not coming. So we waited a bit longer, and then I checked the timetable again. It said 10:42. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna go get the train, because there's no way this bus is coming. I've been waiting here for the bus, and it's not here yet. Something's not right. Bearing in mind, I got the same bus to the to St Pancras. So how is it that there's no 390 at all? I just found it a bit weird. So I got the train. Well, I missed one as I was coming down the escalator. Saw it and I was like, oh, for God's sake, okay. That's fine. There'll be another one in a minute. So this one came, got off of Victoria, went to go get a train from Victoria to where I needed to get it to. Train being cancelled. I was like, for God's sake. I was like, that's not a problem. Let me go and get the bus round the corner. That would take me into town, and then I just jump on another bus. So got the bus, got into town, waited ages for this bus. Bus stop started to get rammed. It started to get proper rammed out. When I say rammed, I mean rammed. There was loads of buses coming that people wanted, but people got on that one, and then the bus that a lot of these people were waiting for, the same bus as what I was waiting for, Didn't turn up. I was like, for God's sake. So it came. Eventually, it came at 1:45. I got in my house after 1. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I was meant to go live on TikTok last night when I got back, but that didn't happen. Then I was like, oh, I'm going to go live today because I thought, why not? But then I had to go pick up a parcel from a shop that DPD, I don't know what's going on with them. This is like the 3rd time now. They said they came to my house and nobody was in, but I was in all day Thursday. I didn't even leave my house. So they said they came, but nobody came. But nobody was in, sorry. So they dropped my parcel off at this depot, this DPD parcel shop thing. So I was like, right, okay. And I couldn't go get it yesterday because I was so busy all day yesterday. Went and got it today. And I said to the, he goes, oh, when did you get the email? I was like, I got it yesterday, but I couldn't come collect it yesterday because I was busy and I was out as well. And I said to him, look, they should have delivered it to my house because I was in all day. I work from home, so why wouldn't I collect it? And if I was out, my neighbour would have collected it because my neighbour's in. So that to me didn't make any sense. So yeah, they dropped it off, went to go get it, and I thought, okay, great. Come home now. Got so much to do. Yeah, but last night was good. My first podcast that I've seen it on TikTok, seen it on Instagram, but I've never actually like been where the podcast is and where everyone's doing their thing. And this podcast was amazing. I've got the footage on here. I only recorded most of it because I found it really insightful and I wanted to listen to the rest. I didn't want to be like recording all the way through. So, but you can see that on BOLO's YouTube channel. Go subscribe to their channel, check out their podcasts, which is out now. And yeah, get an insight of what it's all about. It's basically about Black-owned business. It's about mentoring. It's also about encouragement. It's about successfulness, but it's also about struggles and how you get through it. So much going on. So thank you so much for inviting me as well. I appreciate it. I met some amazing people there as well. Did a lot of networking, handed out some business cards. I've done a lot. I keep getting messages. I've done a lot, and yeah, it was such a good experience as well. I can't wait till the next one or next event. I'm off to DJ Mag event next Friday, and then I'm off again on the 14th. They've got like it's the 25th anniversary party, so I'm going to that one as well. And I believe my agent, yes, I know my agent will have a Christmas party, a Christmas event as well. Not sure when that's going to happen, but we're just waiting for announcements now. But I'll see if I'm able to go to that one because it's Christmas time and we are so busy. So thank you to everyone that's placed their orders. I will show you some more products and stuff in time as well. Next year is going to be a good one because I say every year that it's gonna, next year's gonna be great, but it never turns out that way. So I'm hoping next year's gonna be great for me. Remember, I signed a contract, so I know that is the start of new stuff in February, but I want to see what January is going to be like. I know January is a bit dead, but who knows? Things might turn around. But I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you to everyone that's been ordering off TikTok. Thank you to everyone that's been ordering off our website. We have a list on our website now. So as soon as you go in the page, you will see a whole list. We've got 5 lists. 2 men's, 2 women's, and a unisex one as well. Check them out. So when you go into there, it's what I have to. I will put it on the website as well. It will say fragrance list. So what you'll do, when you look at the fragrance list, it will say inspired by Creed, inspired by Armani, inspired by Chanel, whatever it is. And then what it will also do, once that's done, it will have the numbers. So it will have FM 21, FM 910, FM 431 and so on. So go to the search bar, type in the number 431 21 910, whatever it is. Type that in, press enter. The products will come up. Click on the product, go to the checkout and place, and then put your order through, and we can sort this out. I can get it all done. Please get your orders in early, because we all know of Christmas delays and shipment's going to be impossible. So please get your orders in to what's the word? So you don't get disappointed on your orders, especially if you need your orders in time for Christmas. This is what I've been saying to everyone last night at the event as well. Get your orders in now before it's too late, because I will not be dealing with any orders. I don't deal with orders over the weekends anymore. I just do it Monday to Friday. But so if you don't get your orders in time for Christmas, you've lost out. You want these in time for Christmas so you can put them under your tree. You can so when your family or whatever wakes up, they have something they can. Do you know what I mean? They got their Christmas presents there. So please get your orders in time, so we can get this shipped out and dealt with as soon as possible. So it misses any. So no one gets disappointed that we've got it as soon as. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys are up to. Happy Saturday, and I will see you in another video. I'm out.